Yeah, I agree. What's good, family? We back for another episode of Top 5 Live. Yo, we have made it to 20 episodes. Episode
Wow.
20.
Wow.
Episode 20 of Top 5 Live, man. Like this
Wow.
is I feel like I should drop confetti or something. You know what I mean? I didn't buy any, but you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like this is deserving of that moment of confetti dropping.
I got
Um,
I got napkins. That's all I
Got
got.
nothing.
oh no, that's not gonna work. That's don't drop napkins. You
Well,
might
we
need
gotta do something for 25. We gotta do something for 25.
I agree with that. I agree with that. Um, as y'all have hopefully grown accustomed to, I'm Morgan Iverson, big bro Javon Stokes up at the top right, and my bro Danny J Quick on the bottom, smashing something. I don't know what he's eating, but he's making it look good.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
Oh, word up! All right, what up, BJ? Good to see you, man. Good to see you back in the building, man. We appreciate you. Um, So, for those that did not see the Facebook post, or you haven't subscribed yet, which I don't know why you wouldn't have, but let me go ahead and put that caption up already. You know what I'm saying? So to remind everybody, you can follow us at any of these places. It is very easy, actually. Danny has updated the home website for uh, our comic book page, fourthwallpros.com.
Nice.
If you go to fourthwallpros.com, that has all of the links on there. You got a direct link. If you click on there, it takes you straight to our YouTube page. You can subscribe. I got to make sure I get Visually Stoked Media in here as well. I had that saved. www visually. Yep, there it is. Make sure I add that up there too. So y'all
Man,
make sure y'all go follow my.
BJ, man.
Make sure y'all go
this
follow
list, dude.
Stranger in Moscow.
I,
Wow. I can't wait to get to that list, bro.
yeah, we might have to argue a lot on this stuff.
This is about to be so serious. Make sure y'all get this website down for my boy Javon, so y'all can go pick up Heat if you haven't already. Stop stop procrastinating. Go ahead and cop that. Make sure you go cop Ace Blade. We got a whole trade for Ace Blade on fourthwallpros.com. So go ahead and cop that too. Lumberjacks 2 will be up there soon. Just finishing up the last few shipments. But yeah, so we're doing the top 5 Michael Jackson songs of all time, and this was torturous. Like
It was easy.
this hurt my heart.
Danny, when you say lists are easy, it always your list be crazy. Every time, like I wish I could go catalog every single time. You're like, oh, this list was easy.
I literally have no idea what he's gonna say, and I'm not even scared anymore. I don't even get scared anymore. I just be like,
you gonna have. They don't really care about us on here. You gonna have that, right?
That's a good song, bro. What are you
I was
talking
about to say,
don't song. No, I'm not doing this now.
Yeah,
that's not a top 5 song.
That's not a top 5 song.
Anthem.
No.
I don't
know.
That's not a top 5 song.
No, bro.
Y'all tripping.
We gonna get
tripping already, yo. Y'all tripping. You know what? Just go.
No, we're not. It's Michael Jackson. Never mind.
That's not a top 5 song.
Right, so
didn't say it's not a great song.
Listen.
There's levels to this.
Anyway. Okay. Where do we want to start for the other topics? Because the Will Wheaton article was. I don't know if we've had that discussion on this show, but I think I've had it on my page before about like, can you separate the art from the artist? I know I've spoken about it more than once because I've had to personally do it for myself. You know what I'm saying? To mentally be like, you know what? To be true to my artwork, this needs to be this way. And if people can't accept that from me, then, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, man.
But, do y'all want to start there? Do you want to start with Hawkeye? Do you want to start with True Story?
Yeah. I mean, let's start with Will Wheaton because that's kind of the most controversial thing that we're probably going to talk about.
All right.
I think Will Wheaton basically said that he was talking about Joss Whedon, right? Joss Whedon is apparently a creep, and he's put out some of my favorite stuff. The Avengers, the first Avengers movie is classic to me. So
Absolutely.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer, he did. He's got a whole bunch of work out there that people love. But since he's the big name on those things, people don't want to enjoy them anymore, or people are, not watching them anymore because he gets paid from them. They don't want to support him, and in not supporting the work, they feel like they're not supporting him, even though it's something that you enjoy growing up. And I'm down with separating the.
Yes,
I
we
feel
are,
both.
Kenny.
I feel both. Yes, yeah, Kenny. I feel. I feel. Oh, Will Wheaton is,
The
Commander.
dude from
Well,
Star Trek. He was
grew,
on Star Trek. What's his name?
he grew up on Star Trek. His first claim to fame was, um, I forget the character's name now, and
Yeah,
I
me
feel
too.
bad as a Trekkie, but he's an actor, and he's really famous with nerds, with geeks, and all of us. So um, I see it both ways. If an actor like Bill Cosby, I still watch the Cosby Show. It's still a good show. Yes,
Wesley Crusher.
Wesley
There it
Crusher.
is.
Um, oh yeah, also Will Wheaton in The Big Bang Theory. Yeah, that's true. But like I said, for especially for the nerds. But I still watch the Cosby Show, even though I don't support Bill Cosby. I believe what he did to those people what he did to those women is inexcusable, and you know he don't Bill Cosby's old, and as far as I'm concerned, he's dead to me already. Um, I don't support R. Kelly. I do not listen to R. Kelly's music. Period. Um, if it comes on a playlist, I'm skipping it. I don't have anything like that. I will not support R. Kelly in any way. But I think R. Kelly's situation is different um from Bill Cosby's situation, because there's a larger group of people who um who who put in work to make the Cosby Show. Now, there is, like we're going to talk about later when it comes to these lists, R. Kelly wrote some songs that you didn't know that he wrote. You
He
know what I'm
wrote
saying?
a lot of
He
songs.
wrote a lot of people's songs. And if you were really that selective about it, you would have to
Gotta go search those out.
delete a lot of stuff,
Take him
you
out.
know. But the song, I feel like personally, the songs that R. Kelly did, he was putting his um stuff in the
Crafty.
music. He was putting his stuff in the music, and when I listen to it, I hear that. So that's the difference there for me. I don't know about y'all though.
You want me to go? Or you want to
You want to go ahead, Jamon?
So I'm different from Danny a little bit. I have always been very good at separating the art from the artist because it's two different things. And I want to read this what Will Wheaton wrote, and this to me kind of like perfectly summarizes how I feel. He said that I believe that when some piece of art is deeply meaningful to a person for whatever reason, the art doesn't belong to the person who created it, if it ever did. It belongs to the person who found something meaningful in the art. If it feels right to you to put it away and never look at it again, that's totally valid. But if it brings you comfort or joy or healing or just some warm familiarity to bring to it and spend time with it, that's totally valid too. Like, that's how I feel. So like when it comes to stuff like the Cosby Show, right? To me, the Cosby Show is nostalgic. There are good messages within it. It's actually wholesome. And it's funny, like whatever, it's funny. And I can watch it and not be like, that's the dude that raped such and such people, because he's playing a character. He's not being Bill Cosby at the time. He's playing the character of Huxtable, Bill Huxtable.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how my brain compartmentalizes it. Same thing. It's a little different with R. Kelly. Like you said, he laces his stuff within there, but at the same time, like I'm not ashamed to say it. Like if R. Kelly come on the radio, like 12 Play is one of my favorite albums of all time. Like, I understand that it's problematic, but that's a banger. I might not Cliff Huxtable, sorry. I might not go out and re-buy the album, but if it comes on Pandora or if it comes on the radio, I sit there and listen to it because the music means something to me on a certain level. Like, it reminds me, like 12 Play reminds me of being back in college. Stuff like that. So like, I'll sit back and I'll start thinking about that. I'm not thinking about R. Kelly. I'm thinking about college and how I felt about X, Y, and Z and yada yada yada. So that's why I like Will Wheaton's his comment, is because to me, once the music latches on to a feeling of yours in a time, in a place, and in a moment or whatever, then it doesn't become about the artist anymore. It becomes whatever a part of that feeling and that movement in that moment is. And that's how I look at it, which is why I'm able to, watch the Cosby Show, or, listen to an R. Kelly song every now and again, or, hey, listen, even, yeah, I'm not saying like every song. Like, there are a lot of problematic songs. Like, I'll give you another one. Like, I love all the songs he wrote for Aaliyah, but like Age Ain't Nothing But a Number. As much as I love that song, it is hard to listen to.
Yeah.
Like, I will legitimately be like, all right, I can't, and then I'll just like I'll vibe for it for a little bit, but then I'll turn it around. So I'm just, it's not a widespread thing. It's not like an all-encompassing thing. It's to use your word from the other show, it's contextual. It's whatever that is for a specific thing. Even Michael Jackson can be problematic from time to time, but hey, listen, man, I love me some Michael Jackson. You're gonna have to do a lot.
We're doing a whole show on Michael Jackson, and there's people who, I think there's people who, feel the same way about Michael Jackson. To me, it's not as clear cut for the Michael Jackson situation.
It's not.
I see that situation a lot differently than the R. Kelly situation, and I don't have that celebrity image of Michael Jackson like everybody else has. Y'all know how I feel about Michael Jackson. He's dope, but
I don't.
He's dope, but he had 10 years where he was literally untouchable.
Don't do this again. Don't do it again.
And when he came back, there were people who were selling there were people who were doing the numbers. TLC was doing them numbers.
We just proved to you that TLC did not do Michael Jackson.
Where is Eric Richardson where you need him?
We just proved to you.
Oh my God!
We literally went and looked at the numbers.
He did it on a whole nother show. Why would you do it twice though? Why?
This is the third time you've done this.
I'm shocked and appalled.
Y'all can defend Michael Jackson all you want.
Wait a minute.
I don't really have to.
I didn't even say what my so for me. I'll say for me.
Please,
personally,
please steer us away. Please steer us away.
It is not hard at all for me to separate art from the artist. But that is also because I myself am an artist. And I've had to mentally do that in order to present the best form of art for myself in the way that I see it versus what I think people may think when they consume it. But I also really strive to be an unbiased, what's the other word I'm looking for? Objective person in general, period, about anything. So for those who follow me on social media, you know that I'm not a fan of Donald J. Trump at all as a person. But there are times, or Candace Owens for that matter, but there are times where if they say something I agree with, I don't have issues saying, I think they're right here, even though I think they're both problematic at the least. You know what I'm saying? Concerning R. Kelly, do I listen to R. Kelly actively anymore? No. And that's where I agree with the article. I think it is personal to that person. Like if because how it hits you and how it strikes you is the dividing line. Like I think in the world today, we spend way too much time worried about trying to think and be like other people and not have your own individual reasons for your feelings. Um, Having justification for your feelings, having knowledge that guides your feelings. We live in a world where people don't need that. They just wait for somebody to tell them what to think and they follow that. You know what I'm saying? And I think people should think for themselves. I think critical thinking is dead. A lot of critical thinking in America is dead, or at the very least dying. And to me, to not be able to separate the art from the artist is somewhat of a because it's people that might not have watched Lovecraft Country just because H.P. Lovecraft is the person that he's a racist, and they're like, yo, nah, I don't care if you adapted. I don't care if a black woman adapted. I don't care about none of that. This dude was racist. F that. You know what I'm saying? There are people that.
So can I piggyback on what you're saying? Because I'm not saying that I've never not separated the art from the artist. Because I'll give you an example. There's a guy named Ethan Van Siever. He's an artist. I don't know if you guys know him. He did some Green Lantern. He's done a bunch of other things. But he's a douche.
Yep.
He's a douchebag. He's kind of racist, and he's said a lot of really problematic and crappy things.
Okay.
And he's done it so badly that it's it is kind of hard sometimes to go back and read. Like I love and I'm looking at it on my shelf right now, but Green Lantern Rebirth. I love that storyline. Love this graphic novel. And his art is the work, and I loved it. But even now, I'll read it every now and again, and I'll just be sitting man, I wish you weren't a douche.
Yeah, Dr. Seuss. You can look at Dr. Seuss the same way. I mean, they've taken the people behind Dr. Seuss have taken down some Dr. Seuss books because the things that are depicted in there in this time period in life is racist. You know what I'm saying? It was racist then too, but now people are aware of it, so they stop consuming it. And I think the hard line is, again, mentally, the hard line is okay, for me personally, the NFL. I love football, always have, right? Is the NFL a problematic, patriarchal, highly at least race what's the word I'm looking for? Not the race. I don't want to say racist. Race.
I'm trying to see
trying
where
to
you're
be
going.
conservative. I'm trying to be conservative. Is it a problematic organization? Without question, right? And there are some people that I know that love the NFL, but when the stuff went down with Colin Kaepernick, F it. I don't care nothing about it. I'm not watching it, period. Right?
Yep.
Right.
There are some of us, but I was on that train mentally going through my jumping jacks with it. But then at the same time, another thing that he points out in the article is,
for the record, that never made any sense to me. But go ahead.
I'm harming the people that are not a part of that problem.
Right.
That are not perpetuating that are making a living not just for them and their families, but for a lot of the Black community in their local areas and nationwide. You know what I'm saying? If I stop supporting them, then I also hurt them, and they might understand that, but it's not as easy as, you see what I'm saying. So
I get it.
And that's where it just depends. It just depends on how far down the rabbit hole you go.
I feel differently about the NFL. I stopped watching football for 5 years, right?
Really?
I stopped watching football for 5 years. I burnt all my Panther stuff. I did all that. And I loved, right when, this was right after Cam left, I believe, or right before Cam left. And I can still support, the difference is I can still support Luke Kuechly when he goes out and does his commercials for, Allstate or whoever. I can still support his community engagements, his community events. I don't have to watch Panthers football to support the players, because they're doing more than just playing football. And my money buying jerseys and stuff ain't going to them anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Was your boycott, whatever the word you want to use, was that based on the Kaepernick thing?
The Kaepernick thing started it, but it was how they handled. I think it was a domestic abuse case that happened. That
Was it
was
the
the
Ray
last.
Rice thing?
I honestly can't remember. I had to go back and watch my video, but I know it was a culmination of like three things. It was domestic abuse, it was Colin Kaepernick, and it was sexual assault. I want to say. I think it might have been Greg Hardy. I can't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't remember. But because they picked him right back up. They was like, yo, I don't care. I don't care that he threw that woman on the guns. And then CTE also. But anyway, yeah, it might have been. It might. Yeah. So, you know, and
Well, I
even
thought
now,
because the only reason I asked is because I know a lot of people were boycotting for the Colin Kaepernick stuff, but the way you framed it makes more sense than people, to me, boycotting because Colin Kaepernick didn't get a job.
yeah, I mean, it was a bunch of things for me, and it had gotten to the point just like with R. Kelly, I couldn't separate. Like when I'm watching it, it's more taking more real estate in my mind than the things that I enjoy about it at this point.
Yeah,
So,
and that's what I'm saying. I get that completely, and I do the same thing. If something's bothering me to the point that Kanye's another good example. I was a huge Kanye fan when he first dropped. You know, when his mom passed and he started wilding out, especially when he started to do the myths, like, you know, him talking about, you know, him being God and Jesus and some of the other comments that he made. I was like, yeah, I'm a have to digress because I can't rock with you on that.
But see, Kanye is different for me because I kind of agree with you, but I was already falling off of Kanye's work before he had lost it. So, but I still listen to his old stuff.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm just using him as another example.
Right.
So for me, so I take everything on because this is another thing I'm really big on, and I think I won't say most. I think a lot of religious people, but especially Christian religious people, are terrible at this. Uh, it is people love to cast judgment, but don't like when it comes back on them. So in a lot of situations, another one of the reasons that I will excoriate you if you deserve to be excoriated on something, right? But it doesn't mean but cancel and all that type of.
why you got to
No,
excoriate folks, bro?
sound worse than cancel, bro.
Well,
I'm just being
I'm
real.
I'm only saying that to say that if somebody does something that deserves saying something about it, like Kanye, when Kanye made the slavery was a choice comment, I destroyed him immediately because it deserved destroying. I also understood what I my bad. I also understood what I understood what he was trying to say. I'm not gonna lie and say I didn't. I understood what he was trying to say,
I didn't.
but he effed up, and I had to punch that in the face. But at the same time, I'm an equal opportunity person. Like I think in the human mind, as a matter of fact, I watched a study on this. I watched a documentary talking about a study of this. Humans have a general disposition to make negative events far bigger than the positive events in our lives. So, like in our day, that's how you can have somebody having a pretty good day. You know what I'm saying? Like there are 24 hours in a day. You're up for you're up in those 24 hours for let's say 18 to be conservative. Up for 18 hours. 15 of those hours have been great. But then you get cut off in traffic. Your kid gets on your nerves, something another, and your whole day now sucks. Which logically makes no sense. Scientifically makes no sense. It makes no sense anywhere but the fact that your feelings are telling you now that your whole day was trash because 3 hours of them you spent in despair, pain, irritation, or something. But the other 15 were great. But for humans, we all do this and be like, man, this nah. If somebody asks you how your day was, but it was trash. You know what I'm saying, or whatever. And it's like, bro, it was 3 hours out of 18 hours you were up. 3 hours were bad, and you're making the whole day like that. And I think a lot of times people throw out the baby with the bathwater. It only takes one thing to happen, and especially in today's culture, people don't give a crap about the truth in most situations. None of that's important. People love to run together to destroy people, but are not going to help rebuild the person, build them back up. God forbid the person getting destroyed didn't deserve it in the first place. There's no apologies. You know what I'm saying? Nobody apologizes because they didn't come there for that. They came to destroy you.
Oh, let's be real. Like this isn't like new. It's not really new. Like
Social media has made
it's
it
more
worse.
widespread. It's more widespread because of social media and stuff.
Yes.
But like even prior to social media, like something happened to you back in the day, if you got on the news, everybody would have something to say. You know what I mean? It just we didn't have the vessel to just grab our phone and be like,
Yeah.
we would just talk amongst ourselves and destroy people amongst ourselves.
Yeah.
Like it's not new. It's just everybody has a platform to speak now. So it's not really. None of this is new.
That's a part of it, but and that's why I said that's the bigger conversation. Like from bringing back to the other conversations that we had. I think it's still very much so up for debate and exploration on whether or not it's worse now or if it's just more amplified.
No, I'm not saying it's worse.
It's the same. It's the same.
Everybody has a platform, so it's
no. What I'm saying is that ongoing conversation that I've been having is about, because there are other people that feel the same way, that it's not worse. It's like when Will Smith said police brutality isn't worse now; it's just getting filmed.
Yeah.
Or you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. But my point is, to me, the conversation is on. Yeah, but how do we gauge whether it's actually worse or if it's not, or it's just the fact that people have access? And to me, I'm still very much interested in trying to figure out, is it actually worse or not? And that's what the debate is for me. But that's a separate issue. But I will say again, like for me, I think it's a personal thing. But that's also another thing where people will tear you down because you don't cancel somebody. You know what I'm saying? So if you didn't jump,
it's like if you want to spend, like to me that's a personal thing. If you want to spend the brain power, the time caring about whether somebody is upset with you because you didn't cancel said person, like I don't really care if, like, I like Dave Chappelle. I haven't canceled Dave Chappelle. Like, yeah. If there are people who are like, I'm done with Dave Chappelle, I'm like, okay, cool, good for you. I won't play Dave Chappelle in my house if you come over.
Yeah, I'm not going to purposely offend you.
Like, I'm not going to purposely do something that you dislike. But if you happen to come to my house and I'm watching it, I might not turn it off just because you showed up. Like, that's, you know what I mean? Like, history will show you it's not worse. We are not the same type of people we were in the 20s or 30s. People have always rumored and gossiped and torn people down as long as there's.
I agree.
Beginning of doggone time.
No, I completely agree with
that. I'm reading what he said.
I know, yeah. I'm just saying, like, because I tell people that all the time. I just had a conversation with somebody about that. We were talking about it from a religious standpoint, and I always tell people, like, I always remind people that, like, when people see something happening in America and be like, "Oh, Jesus must be getting ready to come," and I always have to remind people, like,
bad stuff been happening.
you need to go and read Matthew 24 to 26. And then I want you to realize that in those prophecies, it's Israel out. It's not, America did not exist. Nobody was thinking about America because it didn't exist. You know what I'm saying? Like, so when those prophecies were made, he literally gives you a prophecy that talks about Israel. And when you see these things happen here, then you know what I'm saying? These are the things at the time. These are the things in the signs. So I always have to remind people, like, you have to take everything into account, and you can't like amplify it to be more than what it is. What I'm saying I'm interested in is trying to figure out how can we analyze whether it is actually worse now or not. You know what I'm saying?
I don't even think it's worth it.
Kenny said Jesus
I
came back and
hear
was
you.
like, yuck.
Hey, I mean that.
He's
Yes,
like,
look, I'm just
no.
saying
It's like y'all need more time.
we in some different times, cuz
We'll
that's all
put you
I'm
back in
saying.
the microwave.
Jesus
We,
said, hey, I'm
we
gonna come back around the block for y'all. Don't
Yeah.
worry about
I'm gonna come
I'm gonna
back
spin the
around.
block real quick.
Yeah.
I
I'm
spin the block.
gonna put you guys back in for 30 seconds.
it. Do y'all want to talk about Hawkeye and the other show before we get into this list?
I have not finished Hawkeye yet.
No, we ain't gotta do that then.
I
didn't watch the
do
other
want to give Kev his props. If Danny wants to give props to Hawkeye, then that's fine. Because I definitely want to give props to Kev for.
I think
True
we should
Story.
hold off on it until you've seen it. Like
Yeah,
I haven't finished True Story either, so
All I'll say about I'm not going to share anything about True Story outside of the fact that it. One, I'm very proud of Kevin. Two, it is an awesome roller coaster. Like I very much so encourage people to watch it. Like
all right, let's leave it at that. I don't want no.
I'm not spoiling nothing.
spoilers.
It's just very good. That's all I'm saying.
right.
It's very very good. It's one of my favorite things I watched this year.
The clip that I saw.
Of course I did. Kendi, don't play with me.
We already went over Midnight Mass.
Midnight Mass is Midnight Mass is one of my favorite pieces of art that I've ever seen. I literally have all intentions.
You know you ain't watching it, Danny. We know you ain't watching it.
Yeah, we know you're not. Midnight Mass is an absolute masterpiece. It is a 20 out of 10. The conversation that you could have off of Midnight Mass are ginormous.
We you know what? If I ever get to hang out with Danny, I'm just gonna accidentally put on Midnight Mass.
That's a great idea. That is a great idea.
I was accidentally put it on. Like, oh, my bad. Well,
I'm gonna get you. Just let me know when you get ready to, and I'm gonna
put on Game of Thrones too.
Just block the door, dude. Just block.
No,
the door.
I'm gonna say I'm going to get the food, and I'll be like, but I need you to take your car though, and I'm gonna have both of our keys. I'm gonna have both of our
keys. Put on
keys
Game of Thrones too, because I definitely need to watch that too.
Bruh, Midnight Mass ain't even that long, dude. You can do that in a day.
Midnight, man, I could binge Midnight. I'm literally gonna rewatch it this week. It is so good. Oh, like again, y'all know how I am. I'm cerebral, so when I watch it,
time out. You watch Buffy the Vampire Slayer?
Yeah, I watched it back in the day. Yeah.
Then you can watch Midnight Mass, dude.
Yeah, come on, man, cut it out.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer was a comedy. That
they had blood and guts and all kinds of things. Demons?
Nah.
Midnight Mass for if I've said this before and I'll say it again. Midnight Mass for religious people and especially Christians. I'll say thinking Christians. It to me it's a must watch. It really is. It is.
We'll after we trick Danny into watching it, we'll get into it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna give you my my Buffy set, and I'm gonna just the first disc will be
actually Midnight Mass.
The first disc will be. I'm gonna
relabel
it and everything.
You know how you're gonna watch it if we give him a DVD and write on there that it's community, or if we write on there it's community at the office.
There you go.
He'll watch it for sure.
Right, I got it. Nope, we ain't gonna talk about it no more. I gotta let time go by so Danny forget that we had.
Oh yeah, nah. I'm a finesse the crap.
Definitely watching them, bro. Community and the Office are always on repeat at my house.
All right, let's do these lists.
Right now, it's the Jamie Foxx show. Jamie Foxx show. Yo, I'm so glad I got HBO Max for real now. Like, I was bumming off of Morgan for a long time, so I wasn't watching stuff. Like, I was just watching it for special stuff, but I'm glad I got HBO Max because there's a lot of good stuff on there.
HBO Max is a pretty great service. I give them that.
Yeah.
Come on, let's get these lists, man. Because we need time. You know we're gonna need time for these.
It's Morgan's turn to go first, right?
I think it is Morgan's turn.
Yep.
All right. So I haven't watched A Good Place yet, but I plan on it.
The Good Place was so good.
I've heard that it's.
I tried. I couldn't do it.
It was so good, man.
I tried.
It was perfect TV for me.
Not even close. Go ahead, Morgan.
Hold on, I'm typing it in too. I could keep typing it as I go. All right, so what I had to do was give myself a criteria because otherwise this was impossible, and even then it was still impossible. So the songs that I ended up going with are songs that I was like, all right, if I'm in the grocery store, if I'm on the toilet, if I'm at the airport, if I'm anywhere, and these songs come on, not only will I be dancing to everybody else, but we'll probably be singing it word for word, not just parts, but like the whole song.
Okay.
Um, so
So just
all
pop
right,
hits.
so
Those are just pop hits.
Just
what?
go.
So
We'll
so
dive in.
so so number 5, I have "Don't Stop Till You Get Enough." Number 4, I've got PYT, and that one was close for me because to me, PYT and "Rock with You" are very similar songs, but I had to pick one. I went with PYT. Number 3, I went with "Dirty Diana." That was automatic. There's no way that's not making my list. Number 2, "Smooth Criminal." Again, no way it's not making my list. Number 1, "Billie Jean."
Bruh.
I don't know any Michael
Bruh.
Jackson. Billie Jean's
Time
is
out. Morgan. Nope,
what?
never mind. I'll wait. Go ahead, Danny. My goodness. Oh my God. What the heck, dude? Go ahead.
Them five, 4. Anyway, yeah, yours is just pop hits and stuff that
They not even really. Go ahead.
But I don't think they're all good songs. You got 2
They not.
actual.
Wait. Time out. They are good songs.
Okay, Michael Jackson has it not by. Michael Jackson does not have bad songs. Okay,
I'm about to say I'm not even going to argue.
I was literally about to tell him.
I will wait
I was
until we
going
all
to
finish
cancel.
our list before
You
I
were
say
about
anything.
to get canceled.
I am going to throw this out there though, because I just looked at the numbers from 1995. History, past, present, and future came out. He
Don't
did
do this.
total 28
Why are you doing
million.
this?
28 million.
28 million.
Would you? Can you read your list and then we come back
The
to
year
this?
before?
Can you read
Crazy
your list?
Sexy Cool came out, and they did 26 million worldwide. So that ain't that far of a difference. I'm just throwing that out there. My list though, and mine was easy for me because when I think of Michael Jackson, there are certain songs that you just know, right? But my Michael Jackson songs are my favorite Michael Jackson songs are the ones that either taught me something or touched me in a way that music is supposed to do, that are art, right? Now I said all of that, but my number 5 is Smooth Criminal.
Song.
No. Smooth Criminal is my number 5. Right?
Okay.
Just because to me that song was bad. Like, and I know we're not doing music videos, but that lean,
man,
that
what?
lean,
Oh my God! But please don't get me started, bro. That
bro,
video,
that lean, that joke was so dirty. Like for you to be doing a song
the part where you do it, where they going like this, where they doing it.
Yeah, I'm a smooth criminal. That joke was perfect. The beat,
the quarter flip. Oh my God, it's too much.
It's just
It's perfect.
It's just so dope.
It's perfect.
Then from there, is all personal songs to me. You Are Not Alone is my number 4. I think that was probably the first song I ever cried to. Like
R. Kelly wrote that.
What? Say it again.
I think R. Kelly wrote that.
I know, yeah, he did. I saw that on the list, and I was like, dang, I gotta put this on the list knowing R. Kelly wrote it. But for real though, I think that's the first song that made me cry just listening to the song, because it's a really emotional song, right? And I think at the time I was going through some stuff as a kid. Number 3, Dirty Diana. Dirty Diana was another song that's like, yo, this is a song that's about some stuff that I ain't never like heard before, and the temptation of it, and
my list gonna be real different from y'all, but go on.
All right, then number 2 for me. Number 2 for me is Thriller. Like Thriller, bruh, that song right there with what's his name's voice in it.
Yep.
And just the mood of it was creepy. Like to have a song that's so creepy
awesome
and iconic like that, even without the video. Even without the video, the song is just creepy and it's just the right mood. But the number one
Somebody
song
watching me is like that too now.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. And the number one song for me, because it's so personal to me, and I believe everybody should live by this, is "Man in the Mirror."
I knew you were gonna say that. I
Dang, I
was
thought it was
waiting
Free Willy.
for Danny to say "Man in the Mirror." I knew it.
"Man in the Mirror" is number one for me, because I'm like, you got to start with yourself. You got to look at the man in the mirror. If you want to make a change, it starts with you. That's just it.
All right.
Beat It. Come on now.
So
Beat It is a good song, but
this is
Beat It is great.
We all had our criteria. My criteria was the iconic songs that when you think of Michael Jackson, they the ones that come right to your head. My top four of that, but my number 5 is one of my favorites. So I broke my own criteria within mine. So whatever.
I did the same thing. Yeah.
Number 5, I love "In the Closet." That's my joint. I don't care. I'll fight anybody over it.
In the Closet.
In the Closet. Especially because the video was fly. It had Naomi Campbell in it. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, the video was dope.
All of it. So "In the Closet." Number 4, bruh. If this ain't an iconic Michael Jackson song, I don't know how it's not on your list, but that man was right. How you have "Beat It"? How is "Beat It" not on your list?
I had my reasons.
It literally was his signature song for like the longest, from the look to the everything.
"Beat It" was more the video for me. The video for "Beat It,"
but it all went together. Anyway,
that's
number
why
3.
We'll get to it.
Number 3. It has been sampled so many times, so many times. "Human Nature."
Yep, already knew.
Yeah.
Reaching out.
I listen to SWV more than Mike on that song, but yeah.
Danny, I swear to you, man.
I'm just saying
you tested my friendship every time we talk about Michael Jackson.
I just listen to SWV more.
Like testing my friendship every time we talk about Michael Jackson, but I'm gonna keep going. Number 2, I agree with Danny here. "Thriller." Iconic song, iconic video, everything, top to bottom. Like only Michael Jackson could do a song about Thriller, and nobody be like, "Man, that's corny as heck."
Yeah, I don't think anybody else could have did that song.
Nobody can do that song. Usher can't do it.
Nobody.
Kells can't do it.
Bruno Mars
can't do it.
Nobody can do "Thriller."
And then the absolute last one, it is the jam. Everybody loves it every time it comes on.
Billie Jean.
Do you remember the time when
remember the time?
As number 1.
Number 1. Do you remember the time? Is just
remember the time. That's number 1. Number 1.
So, all right. Since we've got our list on the table now, the thing that made this list really hard for me was because we chose to do. Because the thing that made this really hard for me was because we chose to do songs and not the videos, but it is almost impossible to separate the videos from some of these songs. Mike did so much in
his videos, bro.
Y'all know how much I love Thriller, bro. Like, you know how much I love Thriller.
I know you ain't even have Thriller. You ain't have.
Obviously not, because you sure didn't put it on your list.
Because when I think of Thriller,
you got PYT on there though. How you got PYT?
Because if you hear PYT playing somewhere, you're going to dance and sing.
Yo, the Thriller dance has been in more pop culture videos.
Are you telling me that if you heard PYT walking around somewhere, you're not dancing and singing?
Yeah, but that's like all of the songs, though.
Of course, but I don't. I don't know the PYT choreography. People literally do this, and you know what it is.
No, but I'm just talking about dancing. Period, though. Like I said, don't get it twisted. Not having Thriller on there there were so many. Let me look at the songs that were very hard for me not to put on here.
There's a lot of.
There are a lot.
Human Nature was one. Man in the Mirror
was on my list. I took it off.
They Don't Really Care About Us that was my number 5 initially.
They don't really care about us. We'll have you dancing. You ain't even supposed to. Like it's a revolt song, and you be like,
the message, that joint come on, you be like, all right, Mike, God dang it, tell him then. Man,
honestly, like I almost put Black and White on mine.
Black and White is that's why this list is so hard because all of those songs could be. That's why y'all ain't see me argue with your list because this is one of them times where I'm like, I mean, I
could argue You Are Not Alone. Like
I'm not. I think You Are Not Alone is a great song.
I think it's a great song, but I don't think it's like
it's in somebody's top 5. Like She's Out of My Life might be in somebody's top 5. But
both of y'all got one song that I disagree with, and y'all got one song that of mine that you disagree with. But
I disagree. Honestly, I disagree with Dirty Diana in the
Dirty Diana.
Yeah,
Dirty Diana,
bruh. Come on.
I can think of at least 4 or 5 I would put before Dirty Diana.
You never make mistakes, so take your weight off of me. Bro, that Dirty Diana.
Don't get me wrong. I love Dirty Diana.
And then the fact,
I love Dirty Diana. I would put The Way You Make Me Feel over Dirty Diana.
The fact that there's a whole conspiracy theory out there that he wrote the song about Diana Ross, like, bro, like it's ridiculous. Like,
I love the song.
No, man, the guitar in that joint.
I was really like Smooth Criminal could have been like 6 or 7 for me.
Don't do this.
What?
Smooth Criminal.
I said it could be 6 or 7 to me. 5. I just said
Smooth Criminal.
That's
Smooth Criminal was no time out.
Unacceptable.
You talk about videos. Smooth Criminal was
it's
more
one of the
about
best
the
videos of all time.
Was more about the video than the song, though.
Nah, Smooth Criminal made you.
No, Thriller is a
Thriller is about the video, bruh.
Thriller is the best
music video of all time.
I'm not
like
saying
whenever
it's
we
not,
do music
but
videos,
it's still a banging song, though. It's an iconic song.
I'm not saying all, but that's
they're all iconic songs.
Exactly, that's the conundrum. All of them are iconic. Songs.
I wouldn't have. I think Smooth Criminal had more to do with the video than the song.
I think Smooth,
it's the same.
You can't. I don't think you can separate.
I mean, they're hard to divorce them all.
Ghost. I don't know if you guys watched the Ghost video, but the Ghost video is the choreography in that video is
the Ghost video. The what video?
Oh, hold on.
What video? I didn't know. Actually, you know what song I wanted to put on?
What?
And I love it.
Want to be starting something?
No. Scream.
Yeah, I thought about it too. But that's what I'm saying. That's my point. Michael Jackson had so many. That's why I made that post earlier. Like, look,
actually,
this dude is the GOAT. Period.
You know what I love?
Nobody should ever be compared to Michael Jackson in any conversation. He's in a league of one, and he's the only one. That's it.
So I had this argument though that
those 10 years of Michael Jackson.
I swear to God, Danny.
If you say that one more time, from 79 till the 90s, Michael Jackson was smacking faces off.
From 79 to
even before
2000. I'm sorry, to 2000.
I'm sorry.
Even before that, if we count Jackson 5, he's smashing.
I'm sorry.
He had the 80s on lock. He had the 90s on lock.
79 to 91. Michael Jackson was. It was not. There's nobody that can do anything with Michael Jackson.
History came out in 95. You know that, right?
Yeah, 95. That's what I said. That's where it stopped.
You said 91.
The album.
You just said 91.
91 was when came out. That album was the
Dangerous came out in 91. History came out in 95. Invincible came out in 2001.
And there was a decline. There's a decline there.
What are you talking about? Decline, dude.
Bad in 1987 was from Off the Wall, Thriller, Bad, Dangerous, and then it's like history.
Okay, do me a favor. I want you to do me a favor, Danny. Do me a favor. Go look at Jay-Z's record sales. You'll see the same decline. There is a functional reason for the decline.
Are you not saying? Are you saying that Michael Jackson isn't a god? Because
I'm saying that
I don't understand what
his man sold 20 million plus copies of History.
I'm saying history and Dangerous and Invincible prove that he's not a god. That's what I'm saying.
No.
Because
There's no such thing.
TLC was I just proved you TLC was selling records like,
and they're one of the best selling female groups of all time.
Let's go,
right.
sis.
And that was their second album. It was their second album, right?
But
Does it matter?
TLC is one of the most popular groups ever.
It's literally the most
and it's a group.
Absolutely.
And Michael Jackson still sold more.
Still
and
sold more.
He was
But
over 30 years past his
TLC
prime.
didn't have the benefit of 10 years of Jackson 5 before them, though.
The benefit? Do the Jackson 5 exist without Michael Jackson? I'm not doing
man, you got that hot Tito album? You got that hot Tito album?
That's not what I'm saying.
Hot, yo.
You're wild right now. It sounded like that's what you're saying.
I'm saying that the Jackson 5 is what raised Michael Jackson's popularity. He was the leader and the star of the group, obviously, right? But
so
he wasn't just
Michael Jackson, or did Michael Jackson raise them?
I'm still. Hey, that Jermaine Jackson joint was hot, yo.
Yeah.
Were any of those Jackson 5?
You know who we need to bring up in order to make this make sense? Did Cleveland's players raise LeBron, or did LeBron raise them?
What do you mean?
Stuck.
What do you mean?
Stuck.
LeBron didn't go to college. LeBron didn't go to college, and LeBron didn't win anything with Cleveland.
What the hell is going to college have to do with anything?
About?
I'm saying before LeBron went to the league, he didn't go to a college though, right?
What are you talking about?
And he came in as a rookie.
People weren't saying
he
that
was
he was
a
the
whole
GOAT,
rookie.
but people weren't saying that he was the GOAT when he was in Cleveland.
They were calling him King.
They were calling him King James before.
King is not the GOAT though. King is not the greatest of all time.
Nobody called him the GOAT because Michael Jordan's the GOAT.
You understand? Nobody was calling MJ the GOAT in the 80s. You know this, right?
Not at all.
But
not
now
even
they
close.
do, right? Okay.
Yes, after 30 years
Beyonce?
of dominance, dude.
All right. If Michael Jeffrey Jordan, right, was 6 of 6, untouchable, right? The GOAT.
You said if? Did you say if?
No, I'm saying he was Michael Jeffrey Jordan, 6 of 6, undefeated in the finals, the GOAT, right? If he was 6 of 6 and then was 6 of 7, then 6 of 8, then 6 of 9, his record is diminished, right?
No, he never won a championship after his 6-1. You know that, right?
I know that,
but playing after that.
There are mad Hall of Famers that have no titles right now because of Michael Jordan.
Absolutely.
Because he would not allow it. He would not will it to be so.
You know what I'm saying? Can I ask a question? So, Danny, your argument is that
my bad, Ken.
Michael isn't the GOAT.
No,
because somebody sold almost as many copies as him.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that
why you keep bringing up TLC?
There was a 12-year period of time that he was untouchable by anybody.
Years. Well, we are telling you that he had 20 years.
He had 20 years of a great career. Yes.
Actually, he had 23.
Yes, a great 20, an immaculate, great 23 career, 20-year career.
Tell me another artist that dominated
of the career
in 20 years.
The beginning of that career with the Jackson 5, they were not the biggest thing in the world.
Yeah, go back and look. Jackson 5 was one of the biggest groups in the world. You are crazy, sir.
Okay.
Go back and look.
I'm just telling you that TLC, their second album.
Your whole argument is based off record sales. When we all realize that the record industry, record sales went down in the 90s and went like this.
It went down for everybody.
Bottomed out because of Kazar, because of all these different burning sites.
But TLC and them were still selling. They went down for everybody, is what I'm saying. So,
but TLC
so if they went down for everybody, doesn't that mean he's still the GOAT because he's still
on top?
I mean, he was still on top. Even if you look at his album sales for Invincible, in a time where people were burning songs and ripping stuff off the internet, that dude still sold like 8 million copies.
There's a difference between and y'all two have expressed this to me clearly. There's a difference between being undefeated in the finals and having 5 titles in 9 tries, though, right? So if you're perfect, if you have destroyed everybody so much by this margin, okay, it's
Who
undeniable.
said that, though? You said that. I didn't say that.
Okay, I'm just saying.
I said he was dominating, meaning record sales wise, he was killing it. He was doing like 20 million copies per album.
Jesus, BJ.
Hey, I'm telling you, he the man. Right there. He the man.
Hold on. Michael Jackson has the best-selling album of all time. The first album in history was 7 top 10 singles. The album only had 9.
What? It was amazing.
That's insane.
It's untouchable. It's untouchable. I'm not saying there's from 79 to 1990.
2000. Nope. Say the words with me. 2000.
No, I will not give Michael Jordan 93 to 2000. I will not do
sold 8 million copies in 2001 where people were burning CDs, dude.
Kenny just made a good point. Also, TLC put out more projects in the later years. MJ put out 2 in the 2000s and still sold more.
I didn't say that he wasn't still the greatest. I'm just saying there's a difference between being untouchable.
Years.
There's a difference between
Michael Jackson could fart outside in the wind and it's gonna sell more albums than
dude. Okay, hear me out. Danny, just listen for a second. Off the Wall came out in 79, 20 million copies worldwide. Thriller, 82, 70 million copies. Bad, 87, 35 million copies. Dangerous, 91, 32 million copies. History, 22 million copies. Invincible, 2001, 8 million copies worldwide. That's not even the singles. I'm not even talking singles. You understand this? Like, singles were selling.
Who was bigger in the 2000s? Kanye West or Michael Jackson?
Listen, Kanye West wishes he was Michael Jackson right now.
In the 2000s.
Not in 2001.
Okay. Who was bigger in the 2000s?
He was
what do you mean by bigger?
NSYNC or Michael Jackson?
What do you mean by bigger?
Yeah, what do you mean bigger?
I mean, who was more?
Who sold more albums? Who's more famous?
We know Michael Jackson is selling. Just like we talked about with the comics, right? People who are buying CDs are buying Michael Jackson stuff, right?
Hey, can I say something? In 2000, NSYNC's in 1997, NSYNC's album, 10 million.
That's great.
Michael Jackson was selling in 95? 22 million.
That was their first album, right?
Oh, okay. God.
What was Michael Jackson's first album?
Hold on, I'm gonna look up the Eminem show. I'm gonna look up Eminem because
okay, I got you. Let's do Eminem. We could definitely do Eminem.
What?
We could definitely do Eminem.
Wait.
Do that. No,
what? Define big. Define big. Will you say who was bigger? What are you trying to define?
Who's more important?
If you're talking about if you're talking about
who's more important to music at the time, is what I'm saying.
Michael Jackson.
So, in
the 2000s, Michael Jackson was more important than Eminem.
Michael Jackson always been more important than music than
how how often people sample Michael Jackson stuff?
Because because the music is classic. Of course, you're gonna sample stuff because
when
people hear it.
You're right there. Like the point is right there, and you're like right there. You just said who's more important to music.
You said the 2000s, right?
I'm looking at Eminem had like 21 million copies. He had 27 in 2002. Yes.
The Marshall Mathers LP.
I want you to look at his album sales. Look at how his
35 million worldwide, right?
Look at how his album sales dropped, though.
Yeah, the same thing happened with Michael Jackson.
Come on. Thank you.
I'm just saying that
during
the 2000s, there were people who were
Michael Jackson was dead in 2000. What time? When did Michael Jackson die?
2011. I think it was 2010s. I think
2009.
I'm not arguing Michael Jackson, Charlie.
He died. He died in 2009.
Y'all haven't seen?
He died in 2009. It's not my fault.
That's a
Answer it
good.
this
I
way:
like
if
that.
MJ and
If
any other
Michael
artist
Jackson,
but Prince walks into a room, who are the other artists gushing over?
Artists, absolutely. Artists, yes.
People,
no,
period.
no. He said if Michael Jackson and any other artist walked
Besides
into a
Prince.
room, who were the other artists gushing over?
Because Michael Jackson is iconic.
agree,
I didn't say he isn't. I didn't say Michael Jackson
You
isn't.
just said who's more important to music.
You
And I
I
said
said
said,
he
Michael
was more
Jackson had a
important
hot 10
in the
years.
2000s. I say he
But
had a
you
hot
s-
12 years.
but Danny, he was dead. He's dead.
I agree, BJ. I keep trying to stop him, man. He just keeps going. I don't understand it.
Listen, I'm not
I'm his
disparaging
bro, bro.
Michael
Like,
Jackson.
I spend a
I'm
lot of
not
time
disparaging Michael Jackson at
bro.
all.
You
Right?
are. You said he
Okay.
had a
You are
hot
talking
10
crazy.
years.
But before Michael Jackson got hot, Prince was killing the game, right? And he was doing it pretty much on his own, right?
Time out. Did you just
Not in sales, but I'm saying in iconography. The dude was a symbol, right?
Yes.
Prince is a symbol.
Yeah.
So during the Jackson 5 time, Prince is the man, right?
actually it wasn't till like
BJ,
What?
I'm not saying that he wasn't still hot. I'm saying that he was untouchable for 12 years.
Prince?
Who else has
hold
been
on.
untouchable for
Who
12
was
years?
Who was
Nobody.
untouchable for 12 years?
Nobody
So what
else
are
has
you
been
talking-
untouchable for 12 years.
Who's been untouchable for 12 years?
Nobody.
You realize that Prince's first album, like he was counterculture for a while, dude. Prince wasn't putting out like 20 million copies of albums with his first like 3 albums. I'm looking at him right now. His first time going like 4 times platinum was 1999, bro.
Yeah,
That was in 82.
because like I said, Prince was not
Prince's first
industry guy.
album dropped in Prince's first album was 1978.
Filet gives free rewards to people who use their app.
I quit.
We're
quit the
giving
whole
you
show.
facts.
You brought this back up, and we begged you to
No,
never
I
say
was
it
just
again.
saying because y'all said that TLC's numbers weren't what they were compared to history.
Nobody
but they were.
said that. Nobody said
Y'all
that.
said it.
You said
Rewind
that.
the tape.
I
Rewind
was
the tape.
literally looking up the ghost video. That's what I was doing because y'all seemed like y'all didn't know what I was talking about. So
No, I
can
was
share.
trying to. I mean, I really don't want to see it.
Okay, fine.
I'm not talking Michael Jackson or LeBron James with y'all ever again. Forget it.
You got a better argument about LeBron James than you do about Michael Jackson having a hot 10 years.
What? I'm not
not
messing
close.
around here, bro. I'm not doing it.
It's not close.
Like you've made points about LeBron James where I could be like, okay, all right.
There's way more of a debate.
BJ, you're supposed to be on my side, man. Come on, stop it.
There's way more of a debate to be had between Michael Jordan and LeBron than there is about Michael Jackson having a hot 10 years.
Hot.
I said 12.
That is one of the
I didn't say that.
Even 12
Listen,
years is wrong.
I didn't say he had a hot 12 years.
Said.
I said
You
he had
did.
I said he had an untouchable 12 years.
No,
That's
you
what I said.
used the word hot.
You
10.
just added 12 before you said
just
10.
said it like
Okay,
20
I was
minutes ago.
rounding. I was rounding to 10.
You don't
You
round.
still ain't rounding enough.
No.
I was rounding to 10. It was 12 years, okay? Yeah, 12
wasn't
years.
even
BJ said
12.
you're insane.
Untouchable.
That's MJ.
It was
The rest of-
20 plus.
Yeah, easily.
The man
BJ
is
says
still
you're
hot
insane.
right now. If they put out a greatest hit Michael Jackson album right now, dudes is
If
gonna
people
go get
still
it.
bought albums, he would still destroy people. Streaming wise, people still stream Michael Jackson.
Still.
Like I was in heaven all day.
Whitney Houston wasn't great.
Who said
She's
Whitney
not Michael
Houston was
Jackson.
great?
She's not Michael Jackson.
He ain't.
Nobody.
Nobody's Michael Jackson.
Nobody is
Nobody.
Michael Jackson at their height. I
Not
Prince
at
ain't
all.
Michael Jackson, dude.
100% say that.
Prince
The
ain't
Beatles-
Michael Jackson.
Prince is not Michael Jackson. No,
No, he is not.
the
There
Beatles.
is
The closest
never
thing to
been.
Michael Jackson that we've ever seen in America is Elvis and Madonna.
Madonna ain't Michael Jackson.
Madonna's not my. I don't know one.
Numbers
Madonna song.
wise,
Yes.
sales wise, she is.
But impact across the board, like across
Nobody
like,
is.
across
I made that point.
genders.
I made that
and-
point 50 million times. There is no human being. There's no human being in entertainment history probably
Yes, he
that
does.
has the impact or imprint of Michael Jackson. Nobody.
By
I'm
the
talking
way,
about Michael Jordan, I'm talking about, I don't care who it is you put up there. Michael Jordan could walk off a plane anywhere and most people are going to know who he is. Michael Jackson can step in the freaking. The only place people don't know Michael Jackson is like an Aboriginal village.
Nah, they know because that dude, they know.
Other than that,
I'm not debating Michael Jackson with y'all anymore. I refuse.
Because you
that's a good idea. That's
y'all
a great idea.
Nah, because y'all not listening. I'm not saying that Michael Jackson
is
not great for his
Morgan,
whole
We're all
career.
listening. Everybody else is listening too, and everybody's confused.
I'm not saying that he wasn't great. Because y'all keep saying what I'm not saying. I'm not saying that
you literally said it. People were watching.
I'm just saying
it's on YouTube right now.
That's from
it is being recorded, bro.
From 89 to 91, he was untouchable.
89.
It is written.
Wait a minute. You said 89?
Michael Jackson had a hot 10 years.
Wait, time out. You said 89, right?
And then when
79, Curse.
I mean, that's what I meant. 79 and 91.
Okay, 79 and 91. So once again, 91 was dangerous.
Terrible, BJ. I was trying to help him feel better, but
History came out in 95, dude.
I was trying to help, man. You just keep digging.
It was literally in the village. He was.
That's
what happened. Nah, that's what happened. That's what happened. They was like, hey, there's one village that does not know who Michael Jackson is. He was like, hey, we're going to shoot a video there.
It's Michael Jackson.
I'm
dead serious. I'm dead serious.
On that man's name.
There are presidents of the United States that can't sniff Michael Jackson's fame. I can't think of anybody that's walked the earth that is on Michael Jackson's level, but Jesus.
I'm not disagreeing with you at all.
That's it.
Yeah, but you don't get. Hold on,
I really mean that.
Morgan, hold on. You don't get that level of notoriety, of iconic, iconicism.
I love Muhammad Ali, sis. I love Muhammad Ali.
You don't get it in 10 years.
But
you don't get it with 10 years worth of stuff. Though.
But what I'm saying though is that 10 years, his high was so high. His high was so untouchable that nobody could touch it. His high is so high in those 10 years. But that you can reach that icon level.
91. It didn't stop in 91.
That's
what we're trying to
I'm not saying that it stopped. I'm not saying that it stopped. I'm saying that's where the decline was.
But so this is where I disagree. You're using his record sales as a barometer for the decline of his iconicism.
No,
and I'm trying to make the point that you can't use record sales as a barometer because the music industry shifted and changed majorly. That's what I'm trying to say to you.
And I'll be honest with you. I love if you offered me the chance to have Michael Jackson's greatest hits as an album, if you gave me $20 and said, all right, you can either buy Michael Jackson's greatest hits. I'm talking about back, what year were we talking about Kanye? And everybody knows I'm a big Kanye fan, especially early on. If you gave me $20 and said I could only buy one of these albums, sorry, Mike wins. God forbid they put the videos in there. God forbid they put videos in there.
That's how you feel now, but at the time you were buying Kanye West's music.
Nah.
At the time you were buying
Michael Jackson.
At the time I was buying Eminem, is what I'm saying. At the time you were buying Kanye West's music. You were more interested in Kanye West music at the time than Michael Jackson's music at the time.
I said if somebody gave you $20 and said you could have this album with Michael Jackson's greatest hits, or you could buy this Kanye album.
So
I'm buying Michael Jackson's greatest hits.
So can we acknowledge that, number one, Michael stopped putting out music after.
I ain't gonna go that far, PJ.
Hey, PJ a savage.
I'm not gonna go that far. Look, Michael Jackson.
But hold on.
He talking about
wait. Can we acknowledge that, number one, music changed, music sales changed, yes, but also music taste changed,
right?
Yes.
Right, so we can acknowledge that over time,
and
Michael stopped putting out new music after Invincible. So it's not like he was out here battling in the 2000s, but this dude was still touring. He was about to put on a monster tour before he even came out.
That tour.
Now, once again,
Kanye says,
yeah, that's Morgan's fault. That's him always.
But, even using Kanye,
I'm a Kanye fan, bro.
Kanye West,
not of all of it, but like his music.
Kanye West, though, like even still, Kanye even right now isn't nowhere near his music. I'll be real with you.
My Beautiful Dark Twisted Family
I'll
is
say
Kanye's
this.
best
I'll say
album?
this. Time out. I'm gonna say
There's
this.
a lot of people that think that.
Time out. I'm gonna say this.
There's a lot of people think that seriously.
If you go to a black person's barbecue, you gonna hear significantly more Michael Jackson songs than you gonna hear Kanye West songs.
Than anybody else. You're gonna hear more Michael Jackson than anybody.
So why are you even bringing up anybody else in this conversation?
I'm not
talking
I'm
about
just saying
they were near him and da 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 da. Like
so the Michael Jackson songs that you're gonna hear came from that 12-year period. That's what I'm saying.
Actually, that's not really mother. You about to make me curse on live.
90% of the songs that you're gonna hear at the at the concert at the barbecue came
you
from
ain't
that
gonna hear Rock
period.
My World. You rock my world, you know you did. You ain't gonna hear that.
You might hear one or two from Invincible.
You're not gonna hear Scream. By the way, time out. I got you. One of your favorite songs, one of your top 5 songs that you put on your list.
Yeah.
You Were Not Alone.
Yeah.
Hey, Morgan, when you think that came out?
That was an impactful song.
When you
Michael Jackson was not at his height then.
Morgan, when did it come out?
Michael Jackson was not at his height then, though.
95.
Oh wow, I thought it was in 2000s.
But he wasn't at his height then. That's what I'm saying. Of course, you got
Butterflies came out after that, right?
Yes, Butterflies came out.
You got two songs. You got two songs on the album, right?
Scream wasn't at his height.
You got 2 songs on the album versus 9 out of 10.
They shut down TV to play his video. Do you not remember that?
For like a month ahead of it happening.
They literally played that across like 5 different stations.
It was pretty incredible. Hey, I don't blame you.
I would leave too, you know, if
I don't blame you. I still love you, bro. I still love you, man. I really do.
Y'all suck, both y'all at the same time.
Bruh,
I don't like you.
I'm just saying,
why
dude.
you acting like that, man?
Wait a minute, time out. Where's his list? Can you give me his list again?
Yep.
Hold on. I had Thriller on my list.
What's your list? Give me a list again.
I had Thriller on my list.
1 second.
Danny, where's your list though?
Smooth Criminal, You Are Not Alone, Dirty Diana, Thriller, Man in the Mirror.
Okay.
That's a really good list.
Personally impactful songs to me.
But they don't really care about us came out in 96, dude. You know how big that song was?
It was crazy, yeah.
Earth Song. I remember. Came out in 95, dude.
I remember Free Willy.
Yep. Free Willy. Hey,
So
why we playing?
How can you sit here and say that man wasn't at his peak in 95?
Because he wasn't. There were people who were selling what he was selling in 95. That's what I'm saying.
Hold me.
You said TLC, but you said they didn't sell as much.
I'm saying, but for TLC's second album,
because somebody else is able to sell records, that means that he wasn't at his top.
I'm just saying, what I said was that he was untouchable. If I'm within reach of you, I can touch you, right? If I'm 2 or 3 doors down, I can touch you. But if you are 10 stories up, I can't touch you. If you're next door to me,
2 or 3 stories down, you can't touch me without coming to walk over to me, sir.
I can walk over and get you though. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but you gotta move.
Hey, walk over and get Michael Jackson.
I ain't messing with y'all.
Can't nobody touch Michael Jackson, bro.
I love y'all.
He literally had. He what now?
I love y'all, but I don't like y'all. I'm going to bed. I got homework to do. I see y'all.
I just don't understand you, man. I'm just trying to figure out like this mentality.
All I want to say is that they don't really
care
about
you. True story. History was a greatest hits album. If you can't beat that, dude, drop
I don't know. I don't know what else to say. I mean, I tried to get the man to drop it. I tried to have him not go into it, but you know,
I'm trying to get this man facts.
He continues to get, you know, he continues to tangle there, and I can't tell you why. I have no idea why that dude continues to even try to make that argument about Michael Jackson of all people. Like, why? It's Michael Jackson, bro.
The only reason I'm entertained him today was because we were talking about Michael Jackson. Last time he brought
this boy, man, I got to. That's my boy, man. I got to. I mean,
some people you got to check when they say crazy things, man. That's as crazy as it gets.
Yeah, that's we laughed for a really long. I don't know if y'all were watching that show, But we laughed for a really long time when he said that before, bro. That's the hardest laugh we've ever had on the show. It was insane. I could not stop laughing. I
laughed
man,
when we got off. I was laughing in my sleep.
Yeah, literally, I laughed the next day thinking about it. I said, this dude said Michael Jackson had a hot 10 years. And he said it nonchalant too. Like he said it like just rolled off the shoulders and he meant that thing. I will never forget that. I'll be old and tell my grandkids and great grandkids, you know, your Uncle Danny, you know, this Negro said Michael Jackson had a hot 10 years, and me and all my grandkids and great grandkids gonna be dying laughing at their Uncle Danny.
Even if you take away the Jackson 5 era, if you take away, still
it's still 30 years. Still. That's
the man's first album dropped. When did it drop? Hold on.
79, I think. I think one of
No, he got an album in 72. Ben came out in 72, dude.
What is it?
Ben. He had 3 albums. Dude had like 3-4 albums before Off the Wall.
Dang.
Got to Be There, Ben, Music and Me, Forever Michael. I mean,
I don't know, bro. I'm not even gonna try to understand anymore.
Hold on. I actually understand his point. Not sure I agree about the year. Listen, Nadia, don't go full Danny, man. Don't do this. Don't do it to yourself. Don't. We like you. We appreciate your viewership. Don't go full Danny, man.
Got to put yourself on the list on a list of we just gonna have to like stop listening to you or something.
I'm not gonna do that. Don't
go down this road.
His first album was not in 79. I'm just telling y'all. Like I just read his first. People, I'm looking at it right now. Got to Be There came out in 1972. 4 weeks after the Jackson 5's greatest hits, which was released. It includes the song of the same name, which was released October 7th, 1971, as Jackson's debut solo single. Sold 500,000 copies. Got to Be There is on it. Rockin' Robin, I Want to Be Where You Are, Ain't No Sunshine. Come on now.
Look, I don't know.
Come on now.
I don't know what to tell you. I just know that I don't ever want to hear him make that argument again for the sake of our show, our friendships, his mind. Hold on, I'm trying to.
I'm gonna make a T-shirt for Danny.
Put your list in the private chat so I can copy and paste it real quick.
I'm gonna make a list. I'm gonna make a T-shirt for Danny, and it's gonna say Michael had a hot 10 years, and I want him to wear
it. You should. You should do that.
That's gonna be his birthday gift. It's like I think Michael had a hot 10 years.
But hey, by the time we have a show, like we start doing the show like live somewhere, you know what I'm saying? Or
he gonna wear that shirt.
Like, yeah, we're gonna have to get that shirt, bro. Like and we'll just have to explain it to people and be like, yeah, yep, he said that.
Mm-hmm. No, it ain't gonna be no explanation. It's gonna say, I think Michael Jackson had a top.
You know what? You're right. Wait, God dang it! Y'all did them backwards, so now I gotta. God dang it, Javon.
I mean, you didn't ask for it to be put in a certain way.
Man, we always do 5 to 1, bro.
I mean, You've Got a Friend is on that album. Ben came out in 72. That had Got to Be There. Ben, Music and Me. People Make the World Go Round. I mean, like we literally missed out. My Girl, we missed out on a lot of songs.
I mean, I was born in 84, so you know.
I mean, I was born in 81, but I knew about these albums. My mama told me about these. I think it was a hot 20 solo years. It went to 2001 though. Like he only died in 2009, y'all.
My entire point, because again, it also depends on what you define as big. You know what I'm saying? So if you mean big as in like the biggest record sales, then uh that's gonna vary. You know what I mean? So uh hold on. Top five Michael
I mean, his
Jackson.
first albums in the 70s, they weren't like blowing up, but he still had some classic songs on it. Like
Be that as
Butterfly is a banger.
yeah.
Like Butterflies is a banger.
Yeah. I mean, you putting a lot of
Rock My
sauce on
World still gets
it.
played right now.
Yeah. But I mean, I'm not gonna say that those are um on par with his joints
No, I'm
from.
not saying, but he sold 8 million copies in a time where people had started to stop buying albums. Like 2001, that was, like I said, that was when people were burning albums. I didn't even buy Invincible. Like I burned that joint.
Uh,
Yeah.
Look, I just don't ever want to have that discussion again because it hurt my soul. You know what I'm saying?
And
I
then
feel like a part of my soul is bruised now from the disgusting things that had to be said in that conversation, and I don't understand how. Again, I've had this conversation before. I asked somebody at random. Me and my boy Derek were out.
that's
I
not
think at
true
lunch.
though. That's not true. People need to stop saying that. Dude, he was an icon in the Jackson 5, yo. Like
I don't
guys.
know about that, bro. He was definitely an
Oh,
icon in the Jackson Five. He was the icon of the Jackson Five. Like nobody's talking about Tito and Jermaine and them.
nobody, dude.
You know what I'm saying? The Jackson Five were the Jackson Five because of Michael Jackson, and there's no. They would not even try to refute that. You know what I'm saying? So I mean,
Like
that's
it's
like
called Jackson Mania. Like I'm looking at it right now, yo.
there's no way that you could try to make the argument that dude was an icon the whole time. His icon grew though. So he was still Michael Jackson before he grew up to do, the Off the Wall album, Thriller. You know what I'm saying? He was an icon then, and then he just blew his spot to a place that nobody thought a place could possibly go. In musical history, there is no comparison to this dude aside from the Beatles, and he is one person. He is one person, and he
You
was
know,
able to do that
I'll
versus the
give an
Beatles.
example. It's like Beyonce was big in Destiny's Child. She was huge. Like Destiny's Child was one of the best
She's still
selling,
she's
huh?
Destiny's Child though. Like
But,
she
but
is.
but that's my point though. Like they were huge. Like they were successful and she was becoming an icon then.
Mhm.
And it's like if I come out and say, well, she was only hot for, her first album to now or some crazy
Don't do it.
something like that. You'd be like, no, dude, she had a whole career with with
Yeah,
Beyonce,
we
with
argue.
Destiny's Child. Michael Jackson had like 10 years of Jackson 5.
I don't. I look. I can't disagree with you, BJ. I'm on your side. Like I can't think of anybody who's had in music especially. He does not have an equal. He really doesn't. The only person I can't even say a person. The only thing that can compare to Michael Jackson in the music world is the Beatles. That's it.
He
And
was bigger
he
than the Beatles. I don't
and
care
he
what
was
nobody
hotter. He
says.
was hotter than the Beatles for longer than the Beatles.
I think he was bigger than the Beatles, but that's just
Yeah,
me.
but because of the music videos,
I wouldn't
his
even
music
say
videos.
I'm not even saying that. That's why though. I think
There,
the
there won't be a
Beatles.
time.
I think the Beatles like were obviously huge, but like I think there is
We
a
weren't for the
segment,
list. Not yet. We
huh?
weren't for the list. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to interrupt you. I'm just trying to make sure I answer her.
Oh no, like to me, the Beatles were like. I mean, I'm be real. There's a lot of black people who don't rock with the Beatles. Like we don't.
Of
I
course,
couldn't tell you 5 Beatles songs off the top of my head. I might have heard
I
them,
definitely can.
but I can't. And I would warrant that there's a lot of people who don't. But Michael Jackson, I can name like 15. And
I,
you'd be hard pressed to find somebody who can't name at least 5 to 10 Michael Jackson songs.
yeah, they'd be lying if they said otherwise.
Stevie
Again,
Wonder was never as big as Michael Jackson, dude.
no, never, never. Who
He
said
was
that?
big, but I don't think Stevie Wonder, in my opinion, didn't have the crossover appeal until later in his career, in my opinion. Like he's still very much like you ask a black person how many Stevie Wonder songs they can name like 5. I think if you asked the average, white person name 5 Stevie Wonder songs, they'd probably have a hard time figuring that out.
Yeah, that was my point, Nadia. This was my point. I do believe he's bigger than the Beatles. I'm saying the only thing that you could possibly compare to Michael Jackson in the music world, especially, is the
Right.
Beatles. That's all I'm saying, because the Beatles were a phenomenon worldwide that there's not much explanation for. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, Elvis is with that.
Mine too.
But I think Elvis, I'm not saying Elvis isn't international, but he was not international like Michael Jackson. Nobody
I think
was. I mean,
and Elvis was also looked bad. Like the black community didn't really like Elvis because he stole.
yeah, because he was stealing. Yeah.
He stole.
So, yeah. So, I mean,
Yes, the Jackson 5 was literally, it's called, it was Jackson Mania. Like,
agreed.
it was a big
Agreed.
deal.
The Jackson 5 is one of the greatest groups of all time. Like, if you look up the greatest musical groups of all time, there's no way the Jackson 5 is not going to be in the top 5, I guarantee. I don't care what list it is. You know what I'm saying? That's white people compose the list, black people compose the list. It makes no difference. The Jackson 5 is one of the greatest groups of all time.
Stevie Wonder
Michael
was
Jackson
not bigger
is
than it. Stevie Wonder was not bigger than the Beatles, dude.
No way. Kenny, what? Hold on. In the 70s and 80s,
No.
Stevie was tremendous and had been around much longer. Stevie was better, bigger than Kenny. Kenny.
Stop it. I love Stevie Wonder to death, but stop that nonsense.
Kenny. Come on.
You gotta stop.
Come on.
You gotta stop.
Just don't say that out loud anywhere.
Don't tell nobody that, dude.
Don't tell nobody you said that.
Don't tell nobody that.
We gonna act like a matter of fact, I just took the comment down, so we're gonna act like
you gotta take that down, man. Don't
I'm gonna just act like you didn't even say that.
Don't embarrass you. We like you too much.
We got you, bro. We got you, bro.
We like you too much. We don't like to, our viewers, we want to take care of you guys. We don't want to embarrass you.
That made me internally afraid for you. I was internally afraid for you when you said that. I can't believe you even said it. I still am. I'm shocked, honestly, that you said that.
I don't think you could say Stevie Wonder was better than Elvis.
Yes,
but I don't even know if I would say bigger than Elvis.
No,
I mean I love Stevie Wonder.
You do not walk around comparing people to Elvis. You know what I'm saying? They're.
Well, Elvis's persona, because his music wasn't better than Stevie's, but he wasn't a bigger. Stevie Wonder wasn't let's be real. Stevie Wonder wasn't a phenomenon. Like, people like Stevie Wonder.
No,
like, we love his music.
No,
he wasn't like a phenomenon. Well, yeah, Elvis is garbage.
Yeah, but see that. So, Kenny, I think what you're doing is you're personalizing it to you and your taste versus what the world was consuming. Stevie Wonder didn't even. I'm not saying Stevie Wonder doesn't cross over to white charts, but he does not cross over like the Beatles and Elvis.
Not to the level that Elvis was.
He does not cross over like the Beatles and Elvis, and it's not close.
I don't think
and the Beatles and Elvis don't
cross over. You think the Beatles cross over that well?
To the black community, no. But again, the majority. So at this point in history, we make up 13-14% of America. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? Like, the reason that Michael Jackson is who he is because he has all of that white audience, all of the black audience, all of the Asian audience. I don't care what group you point to, Michael Jackson's fire.
Well, she said, Nadia says, no, but black people live in the white world. Yeah, but they also have different music charts too, Like, there's a whole chart for R&B. That's technically black people.
And there's a whole chart for country that none of us know crap about. I mean, you might like some country music, but I have no idea.
Garth Brooks is a huge. I know who Garth Brooks is, but I couldn't tell you 2 of his songs. If I'm being honest. Is it Achy Breaky Heart? Is that Garth Brooks? I don't know.
I know, but
I get it. We're saying that I don't think the Beatles cross over like you think they do. Maybe I don't know. Maybe back then, I can't speak for back then, but I would love to talk to somebody.
I think you could probably quantify the Beatles crossing over into the black community the same way that you could quantify Stevie Wonder crossing into the white one.
That's fair.
You know what I'm saying? Like there were people that listened to the Beatles. There were black people that listened to the Beatles for sure.
Yeah.
There were probably black people who were inspired by the Beatles.
Well, but that's like, I've listened to a Christina Aguilera song. That don't mean I'm a fan, or like,
no, I agree. Like, but that's what I'm saying. Like it's
not that
we're
Christina
talking about
Aguilera
the phenomenon.
has bad music. I actually like a couple of her songs.
We're talking about the phenomenon and everything else that comes with those artists. And again,
you're talking notoriety. Okay. Yeah, but that, yeah. We know a lot of people. Like, I know of a lot of different artists that I don't listen to. I don't consider that artist crossover. Like, what's his dude's name? He's in all those doggone like Doritos commercials. He's got all them tattoos. Post Malone, is that his name?
Yeah.
Like, I know who Post Malone is. I couldn't tell you one song of his. But I'm also
the only song of his that I know of off the top of my head is the one about goodbyes. I like that joint.
See, to me, crossover is like, I'll give you an example of crossover. Justin Timberlake.
Michael Jackson.
No, I mean a more like Eminem and Justin Timberlake. They crossed over. Justin Timberlake literally had white people dancing, black people dancing. He had everybody dancing.
Miley Cyrus did it for a little bit too, with that "We Can't Stop." Not on their level, but that people were getting at her for appropriation because of her.
She was appropriating too, though. Hold on, Beatles.
Yeah, but my point is, people, you can make the argument JT was too. You can make the same argument that Justin Timberlake was, especially after the Janet Jackson thing.
I have strong feelings about that. I don't really want to get into it.
No, I'm not trying to. I'm just saying.
No, I know. I just
make the same argument.
Yeah, but Justin crossed over. But that's what I'm saying. Like, that to me is crossover. Or like, you know who crossed over and people don't want to admit it? Britney Spears, man. I know a lot of black folks that love them some Britney Spears, man. I
love Britney Spears' legs.
Okay,
back then. Back then,
AT makes R&B songs. Oh
yeah, but
I mean, so does what's her name? What's the woman name?
Christina Aguilera. Yeah.
No, what's her name? She just put out she just did a concert on TV.
Adele.
Adele makes R&B song.
Adele's fire though.
And she just made the point that he makes R&B songs. Like,
yeah, but JT is
JT was making R&B songs. If Usher did Justin Timberlake songs, you wouldn't notice the difference. Who is Moonchild?
No idea. Kenny be putting us on, so I don't know.
Adele crossed over. Yeah,
Adele just fired. Like, that's what I'm saying. I hate when people even say crossover.
I mean, she did.
But Adele is just fire art is fire art. You know what I'm saying? I don't care where it came from. So Adele is that
they're that way. White group that makes black music. Still no clue. Okay, it doesn't help me, but okay. But I mean, like Eminem, like, well, I'll say this about crossing over. Like, Justin Timberlake crossed over because he came from NSYNC, but even NSYNC crossed over, or they tried.
Yeah, I mean, it was boy band, so.
Well, I mean, they were doing like really poppy stuff, and then I think their next album they dropped like "Girlfriend" with Nelly, which is hot. I love that song. I don't care. And then they did "Gone."
Hey, this mother said a double cross. Jesus Christ.
But yeah, like NSYNC made a concentrated effort to do black sounding music. They did.
Yeah, Backstreet Boys did do it.
When did what song did they do that was crossover?
No, they were just pop, just like the NSYNC. NSYNC did the exact same thing.
No, but NSYNC,
they were the two big groups.
NSYNC went from doing poppy things. And then they literally, their next album, they're like, let me go get Pharrell. Let me go get Brian McKnight. Let me go get, all these black writers and artists, and they literally created an album to start the crossover. And then Justin just kept going. Like Justin just said, "Hey, Timbaland, come make my own album."
Well, Timbaland apparently liked Justin because they made a whole lot of hot fire. A whole lot of hot fire that I still listen to this day.
Oh, listen, his album's fire. His first album, I'm not a big fan of what's the album, the second one.
I have no idea. I just know I like Justin Timberlake's music.
I can't Future Love something.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
But his the one after that, Suit and Tie.
Yeah.
That's
what I'm saying. I mean, Justin Timberlake in general just is a dope artist. Like he's not. Yeah, Cry Me a River. Oh my God. Any one of the songs that Timberland did for him are all fire.
Yeah, Timberland put his foot in that album, in those albums.
All of them. They just work well together.
And Pharrell too. Pharrell.
Yeah.
Timberland and Pharrell. They literally are responsible for.
Pharrell can do whatever he wants anytime he wants. I mean, that's what I'm saying. There's a we
2020, dude. The 2020. Listen, the first 2020 album is one of the best R&B albums I've ever heard. I will put that album up against a lot of albums.
I don't remember.
Tie, Strawberry Bubblegum, Spaceship Coupe. Oh my goodness.
Who? Never mind. I don't.
Wait, what? You never heard that song before?
You said Spaceship what?
Yes. Hop into my spaceship coupe. There's only room for two. Oh my gosh. You need to go listen to the album again, sir. Yes, Mirror. Yes.
I probably never heard the album. But dude, like I said, look, the point is
you are not a connoisseur of R&B unless you listen to the album.
Wait a minute.
I said it. I said it.
I'm not even back. It's a waste of time.
You do not like R&B unless you go listen to that album.
In your opinion.
No, that's pretty much everybody.
No, definitely not. 100% definitely not.
The point that album is literally one of the best R&B albums to come out in the last 10 years.
Hey man, listen.
I would say it would be top 5.
Great. I'm going to. There are a lot of really good albums.
Listen out.
I'm not. Hey, look, I didn't say I. If I remember to go listen to it, I will. I love R&B. I can't even give you my top 5 R&B albums.
Absolutely, it is a top 3 R&B album since Confession.
I'm not going to argue with you because I haven't. If I heard it, I don't remember it, so I can't even argue that. I just know that I do love R&B.
I'll put that one up there. I'll put Bruno Mars, 24 Karat Magic.
Yeah. I mean, that's an all-time classic album for sure. The Silk Sonic album. The Silk Sonic album is.
No, I like Silk Sonic album. It's still not as good as 24 Karat Magic.
No, of course not. But
24 Karat Magic might be top 15 all time.
What? Magic might.
What?
What did you say?
24 Karat Magic might be top.
Oh, I'm about to say. Songs. That's what I'm talking about, Nadia. I appreciate that. Well, I'm still gonna pay somebody to do all that editing because
I don't know about Trey Songz, bro. Actually, Trey Songz album, what is it? The one with Massage. That's the first album, I think.
Now, that song go hard.
The one he got with Massage on it, that is a banger.
Yeah, I don't know about that. See, that's what I'm saying. I will give y'all credit for listening to whole albums because I most certainly do not. It's very rare that I listen to a whole album.
Bruh.
Listen to tracks, not the whole album.
Come on, man. You missing out on the best songs.
Maybe. The point is that, well, again, I don't listen to the radio. So, I mean, most of the time if I hear new music, it's because Tidal, puts out their new music on Fridays, and I'll go look through there. And if it's somebody I know, then I'll listen to it. If somebody I don't know, usually I get put onto it. I don't know those who watch The Shy.
Passion and Pain. That's the name of the album. The Trey Songz Passion and Pain. That album is a banger.
Tank got something like that. He got something close to that.
Tank. Oh, and it's Tank, man.
Wait a minute. Are you don't like Tank?
I'm not a big fan.
Okay.
I mean, I ain't got nothing against him. I've never heard an album of his, but I've never been a big fan of his singles. Once again, I got nothing against the man. I'm not saying he's terrible or anything. I just this doesn't really vibe with me. Dang, Kenny, Jesus, Kenny's a savage.
I don't know what to say about Kenny tonight. He is in
Kenny,
rare
you're
form.
savage, man.
He is in rare form tonight. What in the world?
I mean, my favorite R&B albums are like I love Brian McKnight. I mean,
who doesn't like Brian McKnight?
Listen, there are people.
Nah.
I mean, Brian's first four to five albums, I'll put up against anybody.
Well, again, for me, once we get into the whole album space, there are very few albums of any genre that I can play from front to back and like
really
and literally not touch the album. Yeah, it's almost.
Bruh, I can give you like 15. I can give you 15 R&B albums that you can just let it run. You don't listen to D'Angelo's album, his first one?
Ouch! Not in its entirety, no. But again, hey, listen. What do you want me to tell you? I tried to explain it to
Anthony
you.
Anthony Hamilton?
No.
His first album. John Legend. Time out.
Okay, wait.
You didn't listen to John Legend's first album?
Oh yes.
Okay, because I was
about No, John Legend's album is one of the few that I can listen to from front to back and not touch anything. As a matter of fact, I don't want anybody to touch anything when I play that album.
Can we agree that women?
There are very few though.
There are very few. So, all
right. So off the top of my head, the only albums that I can think of that I would play from front to back and I don't want to touch it. Which one did you just say?
What, John Legend?
Yeah, John Legend, Get Lifted. That's one. John Legend,
His
Get
second
Lifted.
album was banging from front to back.
John Legend, Get Lifted is one.
Revolver was banging front to back.
Again, I'm only talking about me because I don't listen to whole albums much unless I feel compelled to do so once I start listening to it. So it depends on who the artist is too. Like I'll start, you know what I'm saying? I'll start and if I get to the song and it's just okay, and I'm like, all right, I just log that away and then I keep moving on through the album or whatever, and then I listen back through. The only album so Get Lifted is one of them. That's one of my favorite albums ever, period. I can play that and just let it ride. You made me forget one of the other ones. Chilombo, Jhené Aiko, Chilombo. I can listen to that from front to back. I can listen to that from front to back multiple times. I have listened to it front to back multiple times. Tiana Taylor's album, the short joint she did with Kanye, I can listen to that front to back. It's only 8. It's only 8 songs.
Taylor.
Yeah, it's only 8 songs though.
Okay.
I'm trying to think. There's a rap album that I can listen to straight through.
Dude, Janet Jackson, Control. No? Control, Nasty. What have you done for me lately? The Pleasure Principle, When I Think of You, Let's Wait a While. Oh,
I probably could play Off the Wall.
Bruh.
Or the Thriller album.
Bruh. Control is literally just fire singles all the way through.
I agree, BJ. That is the one that is the most questionable for me when I'm listening through it, but I still can let the whole thing ride.
Velvet Rope.
The only two that I can say off the top of my head right now, thinking about it, that for sure I'm not touching anything, are Chilombo and Get Lifted. Those two.
I've never heard a Tiana Taylor song. I couldn't tell you. Maybe I have, but I wouldn't know if I heard it.
Okay.
I'm not saying once again, I'm not saying nothing against it. I haven't heard it.
Kenny, you're tripping, bro. The best song on that album is Three Way. Cut it out. Cut it out. Rose.
Time out. You ain't hear like Cooley High Harmony, Boys to Men. First album.
I didn't say it, so
I'm asking. No,
I'm telling you, I didn't. It's. Let me hold on. One of Kanye's albums. I think it's
Yes, Tony Braxton's first album is literally like a ball of fire that you just stuff into your CD player and then just let it ride.
Hey, be that as it may, let's see. Late
112's first
registration.
album.
Late registration. That's another one I can listen to straight
You
through.
don't listen to College Dropout all the way through?
I'm not saying I can't, but late registration is my favorite one of all of those.
112's first 3 albums I could just let ride. Yes, Boyz II Men's first, second, and then Nathan, Michael, Sean, Wanye.
Yeah, late registration. Late registration. Out of those first 3, I'd say late registration, then
you missing out, man.
Then graduation, and then college dropout.
I will ride Dave Hollister's first album all the way through. Dave Hollister's first album. Who else?
That's good right there. Maxwell. I could listen to Maxwell. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I could listen to Maxwell straight through.
I can't believe you didn't listen to D'Angelo all the way. Yes. Drew Hill's first
Nadia
2 albums. Mercy.
Wait a minute. That's not Nadia. Kenny, what is happening tonight, bruh? What?
Bruh, you can't really talk right now. You don't listen to albums all the way through, though.
This is Kanye.
You don't listen to albums all. You haven't heard D'Angelo. Like, honestly, I can't get by that. Considering the taste of music that you've expressed,
sir,
the fact
I'm
that
not telling you that I'm not like.
There's only like 10 tracks.
I'm not telling you that I'm like happy about it. I'm just telling you what the fact of the matter is. That's it.
I think we need to change this, man.
What do you want me to do? Snap my fingers and do it? I can't.
Nah, man. When you're doing your work, just put it on. Let it ride.
I mean, I'll work on it. It's not that I don't love D'Angelo. I love D'Angelo. I love Erykah Badu. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yes, that joint is fire.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, but see, okay. So another pastime of mine, which is another
those pretty eyes of mine.
Another pastime of mine, which is another reason. Oh, Adele's album. I think
this
21.
Dude said Adele.
Hey, listen,
bro.
At least I'm not lying to you.
Actually, Destiny's Child's second album, I'll Let Ride.
First off, don't you ever react to Adele like I said?
Compared to the albums that we have mentioned, the albums that we've mentioned, and you're like, nah.
I didn't say nah. No, see, don't do that. Don't make up stuff. I didn't say nah. I'm telling you facts of the matter. You're asking the question,
and I'm saying you said nah. You ain't heard them.
Yeah, but that's not the same as what you try to make it seem like I'm saying nah. That whack.
Nah, not Destiny Fulfilled. I don't know about Destiny Fulfilled. Soldier. I wasn't riding with Soldier. I was riding with a few of those. Yes. What's the 411?
21. Adele's 21 album. That's another.
What's the 411? You are absolutely right. My Life was great too. Yeah.
Yeah, Mary J.
Yeah. Trying to think of some other joints.
There is one Boyz II Men album I know I can listen to from front to back. While you playing Pentatonics too, but I have listened to those whole albums.
Who?
Pentatonics.
I have no idea who that is.
I'm not gonna respond.
What? No, dude, you ain't listening. You ain't listening to Brown Sugar, so you can't really say jack to me. You ain't listen to Revolver. You ain't listen to Evolver either. So
I don't
understand how that.
You try to make it seem like I'm like, oh my God, wait a minute, I'm tripping. Lauryn Hill, Miseducation, Lauryn Hill. That's another one.
You know what? I liked it, but I didn't like every song on it.
So Miseducation, Lauryn Hill is another one for me.
I didn't like every song on Miseducation, Lauryn Hill. I'm one of the few people who didn't think it was everything in the world. You know whose album was hot? Who's hot? Busta Rhymes' first album.
Busta Rhymes, all of his albums are hot though.
Busta Rhymes' first album was literally.
I can't think. So I have listened to Busta's
straight fruit.
Ja Rule too. Now, don't get it twisted. I used to listen to Ja Rule's albums. I was a Ja Rule fan before 50 came and destroyed his life. Get Rich or Die Trying, actually.
Okay, I get Richard Die Trying.
Get Richard Not Trying actually might be another one right there, bro.
Yeah.
Like you could definitely play that and not skip anything.
Actually, Hard Knock Life. Jay-Z. Stop top to bottom.
I'm thinking Blueprint, but Blueprint. I'm older now.
Hard Knock Life, top to bottom. I wouldn't.
Black album.
Me,
the Black album.
Actually, you know who was good R&B, and I will listen to their first album, the first two albums actually.
Oh yes, Kenny. Yes.
I don't know who that is. Who's
yes.
Danny Caesar?
Matter of fact, I'm about to re-download that right now. I'm glad.
Who is that? Who's Danny Caesar?
Fits it. Just download it. That's all you got to do.
I'm not doing nothing until you listen to Brown Sugar.
That's you act like you not hurting me, sir.
You not hurting me either. I ain't never heard him before. I'll be all right. But Joe's first two albums, fire.
Yo, that Kenny, I appreciate you, bro. I'm literally downloading that joint on Tidal right now.
I'm trying to think who else. I mean, Jagged Edge. I still love Jagged Edge's first
Outkast album too. There's probably Outkast I could do that.
I like
yes. Wait a minute, Outkast.
I like Aquemini better than Southern Play. Southern
The Love Below and Speaker Box.
No, I can't listen. I didn't like them as much as I loved Aquemini. Brandy's first album, okay.
Hey, look, Nadia, I'm not gonna try to convince this man. He can,
I didn't say anything. I'm just saying the man.
Nah, bro, you try to play me, bro. You said
the man. I'm trying to exchange of music here, and you're like, nah, dude.
I didn't say nah, bro. I said, it's gonna. I'm downloading right now.
Aquemini is their best album to me. Right, I will listen to Aquemini over and over again.
I'm downloading Brown Sugar right now. And I'm trying to think. I might have actually listened all the way through this. I really might have.
Why?
Like Jenna's too. Wait a minute. What are like Jenna's albums I might be able to listen to from front to back?
I'm not a fan.
I don't even want to respond to that either.
Not Baduism. I've never heard Baduism all the way through. I've never heard it. I didn't buy the album when it came out.
I downloaded Brown Sugar a minute ago, Nadia. I'm gonna start listening to it.
Who else?
I'm gonna go listen to Aquemini too because
Aquemini is just ridiculous.
I don't think because I was late to the party on Outkast, so like I can't say that like. Oh, wait a minute! I'm tripping. T.I.
That's Rosa Parks and
T.I. Ludacris. Man.
I think Luda's first album I can listen to all the way through.
I'm thinking of Red Light District.
No, the one before Chicken and Beer. I love Chicken and Beer.
Word of Mouth is probably my favorite.
Word of Mouth or Chicken and Beer?
Chicken and Beer is I think that's in between Word of Mouth and Red Light District.
His first album though, I'll rock his first album all the way through.
T.I.
I've never heard a T.I. album all the way through. That's not true. No, I'm sorry. I heard King.
That crap's great, isn't it?
No, I liked it.
Yeah.
But like I'm like rap albums for me are harder to make it through all the way through.
Agree.
Like R&B albums,
of course. Confessions, of course. Confessions, Usher. Confessions.
Yeah, we already mentioned that. But I like his is it the one before or is it after Confessions? With You Don't Have to Call.
8701.
My Way. I'm thinking of My Way. I like My Way better than Confessions.
Oh my God, I'm tripping. Alicia Keys. Duh.
I haven't heard an Alicia Keys album that I've liked all the way through. I've liked like half of it, but not all the way through.
I don't want to respond to that either.
I mean, yeah. But like, there's a few Janet Jackson albums. Ruben Studdard.
Oh, A minor, bro. Really? You can't listen straight through that?
That's the first one, right?
Yeah.
I told you I like half of the album.
Dad, she got mad songs on here too. Jesus Christ. Oh, this must be a deluxe or something.
Like Rhythm Nation from Janet. I can rock Velvet Rope. Janet, All For You. Like her first like 4 or 5 albums are just like pure fire.
Was Janet Jackson, so
I mean
that's to be expected.
There's a few people. Beyonce's first album.
Do this. Oh, I thought you about to.
I like her first album. Yes, Kenny. Not his first though. His second. For the Cool in You.
Bro, Lemonade.
Nah.
I can play Lemonade.
Babyface's second album, For the Cool in You, I can listen straight through.
Dangerous.
Tony Braxton's first album, fire. Who else? I'm trying to remember. I can go through quite a few people,
man,
whose albums I can just listen to start to finish.
Y'all got. I want people to go and watch that Ghost video if you haven't before from Michael Jackson.
But I'm gonna say that. Trying to sit here and
I'm gonna say that before I gotta give Little Man his medicine. But
yeah,
the point is,
you need to listen to Brown Sugar. I don't care if you do nothing else. All them other examples I gave you, yes, Butterfly. Oh my gosh, Mariah Carey's Butterfly is a banger, top to bottom. Top to bottom.
Mariah Carey. I expect nothing.
Back was she had like Breakdown. Oh my gosh,
bro!
I haven't heard Tony Braxton's full second album.
The point is, number one, Danny should stop embarrassing himself by saying that stupid statement about Michael Jackson, and I hope he never does it again. Number two, I want to thank everybody, our viewership, the people that rock with us every week. We appreciate y'all, man. I hope that you guys are telling other people about the show and trying to help us spread viewership. Like I said, I'm going to either pay somebody to do these videos to promote, or I'm going to force myself to climb inside a small space with my computer to make myself do it, on top of the other editing of things that I have to do. But thank you guys so much for listening. Thank you for rocking with us. Thank you for commenting to us and with us. Y'all already on the group page. Make sure y'all invite people to the group page so we can keep them joints popping. And drop, if you want to see us do a topic, what I'm saying, drop them joints. Because, there's been a good amount of time that y'all have came up with something and said it, and we talk about it in the group, and we're like, yeah, that joint's fire. Let's do that. You know what I'm saying? So it's not, y'all know we listen to you. You know what I'm saying? So, get in the group. Tell us, tell us what's up. Some people inbox me stuff. I think I will be back on a live on Sunday. I'm supposed to be with a guy that I met online named Kenji. He is. We were talking about midnight mass originally, and then it turned into a conversation about Christians and what they believe and what they don't believe. And he's curious as to what I believe. He's curious as to what I believe, and so I guess we're gonna have that conversation on Sunday, 7:00. If anybody's interested in that conversation.
We haven't done top 5 Disney songs because that'd be hard for me because I don't really remember. And we could try. I might have to do some research.
Dang, bro, I could do a top 5. My top 5 could just be Lion King, like just that.
We could do it. I just my list isn't going to be as varied.
I can't say I had fun. I did not have fun with it at all. But he seems to be inquisitive. For whatever reason, he wants to know what I do believe. Because for him, I was never actually a Christian because I don't believe that Christians think the representation that I don't believe. So when Christians take communion.
Hey, before you get into this, I'm going to take off. It's 10:00.
Yeah. Let me get off it too.
It's a lot.
If you guys want to, if we talk on, it's supposed to be 7:00 on Sunday for anybody that's interested. Don't ask me what it's going to be about because I have no idea. I'm just going to If he wants to get up there and talk, I'll get on there and we'll discuss whatever until it becomes moot and I'm dipping. So
All right,
I
folks.
appreciate y'all again. Spread the word. Make sure that y'all tell people about the group page so we can get other people to join the group page and get in on the conversations and other stuff. Make sure y'all go vote. This list was extremely hard for me, and I could rearrange it 50 million times. I still think Billie Jean is my number one though because that song is. Again, I try to do my criteria based on like if you heard this song out somewhere, how is everybody else reacting? And to me, Billie Jean is like one of his biggest hits ever. Like insane. Without the videos. Because like I said, like, Thriller and Smooth Criminal and all them same thing. So anyway, again, I love y'all, man. I appreciate you. Make sure you tell people about us. Make sure you spread the word. And we'll see y'all next Tuesday. Nadia just dropped the idea. The rest of y'all drop ideas on the group page, and we'll look through them joints and let y'all know what we're gonna do. Hopefully sooner than later. We'll see. Love y'all. See y'all next week.